Pickup trucks are a really big deal, but it's not very often that I get to review them anymore. And since Emme's not here, I'm pretty excited to hop behind the wheel of this, the 2019 Ram 1500 pickup.
Antuan!
Round up the doggies, close the corral. The sky's a dark shade of blue. Light up a fire, I'll sing you a tale. Tired little buckaroo.
Okay, 2 questions.
Yes.
What are you wearing and why were you in the woods?
Well, I was in the woods because I was tending my herd of cows, man. And I'm in this because this is the Cowboy Ram 1500, the Laramie Longhorn. Have you seen the inside, how cowboy it is?
How can you not see how cowboy this is?
There's like embossed barbed wire on the floor mats, dude.
Yep, and then there's like a branded
So good.
Laramie Longhorn edition badge right here.
I've got like leather tooling on the seats to look like, you know, the paisley on a cowboy shirt, and it's like on the gauge cluster here, and then there's this fake alligator embossed here. I mean, this thing
like
is
snakeskin.
one thing that you will not find in a luxury sedan is this power plant, right? So this is the super cool 5.7 liter V8 Hemi with the e-torque system.
Okay, so e-torque gives you a little bit more torque, but
Yes.
how much more? What are we talking about here?
All right, so this engine has 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. But
good.
with the e-torque system, that gives you 130 pound-feet of extra torque. What I like about it is that it gives you plenty of power off the line. When you get all of that extra torque, you're able to really get around bigger trucks in traffic. You can get up to speed really fast, and it really helps in towing. I mean, this particular configuration can only tow 8,000 pounds, but if you get it properly configured with the right gear ratios in the rear end and all that stuff, you can tow about 12,700 pounds.
Not bad.
Yeah, so for an 8,000 pound rated truck, I towed 6,000 pounds over the weekend, and I mean, it was great. I could hardly tell that the thing was there. What do you think of the ride in the 1500?
It's, it's trucky.
It's trucky,
I'm
but
moving around a bit, but it's
really, really
not bad.
smooth. I really like it.
It's really quiet. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's very quiet. This has got a coil suspension in the front and then a 5-link in the rear. So
no leaf springs.
Yeah, no leaves.
Wow.
No leaves. So if you were to take this off-road with that 5-link, that helps you get up and over obstacles a little bit better. But honestly, with this trim, this is not the one I would take off-road.
It'll be interesting to sort of keep an eye on what that means also for like when you load the bed up with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, over the weekend, I only had to load in a couple of tires, so it wasn't that much. Again, it all relies on configuration. So properly configured, you can have about 2,300 pounds of payload. This one can only take about 1,700, but I had like 4 tires back there, so it was really not that much of a big deal.
I'm starting to see why they don't let me review trucks anymore, because you're just rattling these numbers off. And people who buy trucks, they need them to be pretty much their everything.
Right.
They're pretty much their daily driver as well, which is why I'm really excited to see this huge screen in the center of the dashboard, this Uconnect system, and it's vertical. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people will look at this and just be overwhelmed, but once you really kind of get that out of your head and really look at it, it's actually quite easy and it's really intuitive. I really like this system.
Yeah, it's a big screen, but something I've learned about Uconnect is all the important stuff is right here on the bottom.
Yeah.
You can get anywhere you need right here on the bottom, and it's really hard to get lost in this system.
Yeah.
And I really like that. It looks like it's got 4G LTE stuff that I really like to see here. As
Android
far as
Auto and Apple CarPlay are both standard.
and also USB-C ports. Like the future of USB connectivity, and it's here in a truck. Something that I think a lot of techies sort of look at as like a big dumb tool, and it's got some of the most sophisticated technology on the road right here in the dashboard.
Which would you prefer then, the 1500 or the F-150?
Well, it's interesting. If you look at the truck around the powertrain, I really like the way the F-150 rides. But this hybrid powertrain, even though they don't call it a hybrid, is very interesting to me, particularly not as a replacement for diesel, but as a technology that sort of lives alongside of it. I think that the sort of performance envelope here kind of gets close to diesel on that towing end, but then it stays also really close to an really efficient gasoline engine on the other end. It doesn't do as good as perhaps simply a smaller turbocharged engine would do, or a larger, more powerful diesel engine does, but I think it splits the difference enough that it's a compelling choice for a lot of buyers.
Yeah, I really like this truck. I would definitely not get the cowboy trim. I would probably go up to the limited or just go down one trim level. But I really like the way it rides. I love that it's got all the technology in it. I do wish that it had some kind of trailer backup assist like the F-150 does. But then again, like, this kind of forces me to, really learn how to back up a trailer.
I definitely give the sort of dashboard technology advantage here.
Yeah.
This is streets ahead of Think. And Think is already a really great system. It's one of my favorite, and I'm looking at this and I'm going like, yeah, I would definitely prefer to hang out with this all day. But then there's also, the third choice. We've got the Chevy GMC twins to also choose from, and they are also doing some really interesting things with dashboard technology, with towing technology, and stuff like that. So I think we might have to reconvene when we get the Sierra in and chat again.
And then see where we're at. Antoine, how much do you expect to pay for a truck like this?
Depends. Does it come with that hat?
Absolutely not. This hat is perfect and it is all mine. No, the Laramie Longhorn starts at about $54,000, but this one's got a whole bunch of options, right? I've got the 5.7 liter Hemi with the e-torque system, I've got the 12-inch screen, and I've got all the driver's aids. So at the end of the day, you're looking at about $67,000.
Not bad. I'll take mine with like 50% less cowboy.
Good choice. Hey, if you want to find out more about the Ram 1500, we have got a full tech check video into that ginormous 12-inch screen. So be sure to check that out and like and subscribe to us right here on the YouTubes. Bang, bang.